G'day everybody. I want to talk about being nice or trying not to be rude when certain things happen, and it happens all the time. Like I've talked about when it comes to people who are a bit slow, the ones that go, those type of slow people. I don't want to really say the word, but retarded type of people and all that, because it gets me into trouble a lot when I say things or mislead slow between retarded and stupid and all that. But really, people just need to be educated and just go, look, it's not this, mate, it's just this. I'm not going to take no heart to it. Oh, no worries. All these words are pretty much similar these days as everything clashes. And everyone sees everything pretty much the same. But when it comes to slow people, some of them they're not on the slow list, or they didn't get on the slow list. Or sometimes you can look slow and retarded or stupid because you've had a mental breakdown, which I've heard and seen and watched too. So that can make you look retarded or stupid. But it was just a mental breakdown. And with those ones, a big clue with those ones is they repeat, even though slow and retarded, but they really do. Like even years later, they can be stuck on a moment that's fucked with their head and they don't know what to do and think properly, and they're actually half decent, but they're lost and yeah, they're like they're slow retarded people, but they're not. They're just people with mental problems. And they're stuck on an issue that fucked them over. So say the issue's some family member done me over, and all they do when they come to me is do me over. His family member, and they want to talk about it all the time, stuck on an issue. Or they want to talk about a missus, right? Oh, this missus, all she ever wanted with me was from me money, and did this and did that, and took me for everything, right? And I don't know why, and I was so nice and right? And that can, and when that happens, the moments like that happen where people use people and they were nice people, they can have a mental breakdown, right? But slow people come up with same stories, repeat similar things, like to say hello, how's the weather, and all that kind of stuff. And you run into them every now and then, and some people go get fucked, you fucking idiot. Why are you asking me? You keep asking me stuff. You keep saying hello when I told you to get fucked, right? And if you're doing that, it could be still the breakdown part a little bit, but more likely it's the slow people that do that when you tell them to go get fucked. Because usually people with breakdowns, and I've seen that they might not come back, right? But yet they can. It depends on the breakdown, how deep it is, because breakdowns are in different levels, right? So it's a hard thing to get into. G'day, buddy! I don't often get to see you because you're a sneaky little fella lately, and your gang don't hang around as much. But when it comes to all that, how do you act around these people? And, when they're pushing them around, they come out of their centres and stuff like that. You see adults, acting like children and this. Because I know this from experience, because I grew up, right? And I'm speaking truth. And how we feel. And when you grow up, you start to notice, I shouldn't have done that, and how I felt then, and why I felt like that then, right? I'm going to come out and give you some food now, right? Now, I'll quickly finish this up here. So when all that happens, how do you talk to people? Right? And how many times can you be nice? So when you're a nice person and these people are up there and they're talking and they say hello all the time, or they want this conversation all the time. They want to say this conversation that I was talking about their woman or family or job or something, right? And they just want to repeat, oh my God. Because we've all met these people. You go, oh my God. Right? Oh, before the other part about the laugh, before I get into this. How people want to laugh at it, and you would laugh, but you should only laugh for a quick second and then think about it and stop. If you keep laughing or bag it, then you're just being an asshole and you shouldn't do that. But laughing for a quick second and stuff like that is natural, because seeing an adult or certain things and comedy and the things we watch and the way we are at the moment as a society, they make you want to laugh, right? But you don't mean anything by it. And I've done that sometimes in life, and man, at the supermarket, something being behind me, and I've gone, and I've been in a certain mood, stuff like that, right? And all of a sudden, I'll be like, oh, what's that behind me? I thought it was some idiot, being stupid, or a kid, and you turn around, it's an adult, right? And you just laugh about it because it's so fucking funny that they're acting like a kid or something for a second before you even realise that they might be a slow person. And then they give you a dirty look, the person that's caring for them. It's like, you're like, sorry. But you try not to do it. Sometimes it's an accident. You don't know. You turn around and you're like, oh shit, I didn't know. It wasn't a person walking up. And when you walk up, you notice it, or a person go, oh, you see that person? Oh yeah, he's just a slow person. Or had that conversation that everyone does behind the scenes. No? So when it comes to back to the other subject now, when you run into them up the street, what do? You want to be nice, and you be nice, right? But if it keeps on happening, what do you do? If it happened to a lot of people, say the person's up the street a lot, should that person be in a home? Should that person be in a club where they can go hang out and ask all these questions and or try to heal through what they're speaking about? What do you reckon? And how would you find such a person? Is it all what I just said? Do you need to be a psychiatrist to figure these people out? To report to a psychiatrist? Who would you have to report to? Would you report that to the police? As harassment, as some would? And then they get locked up as harassment? And they shouldn't, because that wouldn't be helping them, would it? Huh? Something the government should think about. There's one for you now. About how could people go around problems like that? And why are problems like that occurring? Is it more mental breakdown? Why do I see people on bikes yelling out crazy devil shit and weird shit and they're going off their head? Is it because they're on crack? Or is it a bit of both? They're on a drug and they're getting a mental problem? Or is it just mental problems these days? Why do we have ads on YouTube saying, that these people are advertising to go see a shrink more these days? It's good for people to see a shrink. Stuff like that. Anyway, how would you handle the issue? Are you one of those people who just punch them in the face? Are you a person that would be kind all the time, no matter what? Are you a person that just doesn't laugh at certain funny things because you had a certain life? See, anyone who's had a certain life, different experiences, act differently too. So if you had same person, two people with the same experiences, and then they act differently, then they're ones that you really want to talk to too about why they do that, right? As they've had the same experience. But when it comes to all of us differently, that are all different, well, that's not going to happen too much. Some bird just had a scream, one. There can be all sorts of different birds, I've noticed, say things, and it's sometimes the different species, but yet the other species listen to them. Isn't that quite odd? Is that the ones that you can know that they're connecting? The ones they connect to, is that you can figure it out that way? Or is it their enemy? When they hear that bird, they're taken off because they're pissed off. Oh, there's that cunt. Oh, they just did that. Anyway, have a good one, and I thought I'll chuck that out, as I've been through different issues with the different people too, and I thought certain people were slow and all that kind of thing, or a retard or so on, but they were just having a mental breakdown, or I thought someone was having a mental breakdown, but they were actually a slow person. Let me know in comments what you think about that, and have you been in those situations, and how have you learnt, and all that kind of stuff. Should be plenty of comments coming my way when it comes to this clip and what I said. What do you reckon? Have a good one, and bye bye.